Hello again. This is for homework lesson 1-3. So I'm going to do two problems on this homework, number 5 and number 8. And then if you have other questions, you're just going to have to see me during tutoring. So number 5 is a regular, straightforward absolute value equation. So it's 8z plus 20 equals negative absolute value 2z plus 4. So again, just like all absolute value equations, you need to set up two equations. So one is going to look just like the original. Okay, so we'll go ahead and set that one up now. Remember, you always remove the absolute value symbols. Okay, and then the other one is a little bit different. It looks basically the same, except for you make one side of it negative, or you multiply one side by -1. So if you imagine on this particular equation, okay, I have them identical right now, but if you imagine I'm going to multiply this right side by -1, there's already this -1 hanging out here, so it makes sense to multiply this one by -1, because then I can just get rid of that. Okay, so that's what I would do. You could multiply the left side by -1 if you wish, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is I need to distribute this negative over here. So I got negative 2z minus 4. Okay, and then if I combine like terms, I add 2z to both sides, I'm going to end up with 10z's. Then if I subtract 20, I end up with negative 24. If I go from there, I get negative 24 over 10, which is like negative 12 over 5. Okay. Over here, I still got 8z plus 20 equals 2z plus 4. And again, if I combine like terms, I'm going to end up with 6z. So I subtract 2 from both sides, 6z, and subtract 20. I get negative 16. So then z is equal to negative 16 divided by 6, which is the same thing. Okay, both of them divided by 2, so it's the same thing as negative 8. Negative 8 thirds. Alright, negative 8 thirds. Okay, so now I have two possible solutions, okay, and we need to check those solutions. Alright, so first one I got to check is 8 times negative 12 over 5 plus 20 equals negative absolute value of 2 times negative 12 over 5 plus 4. Okay. Okay. So 8 times negative 12 is going to give you negative 96 over 5 plus 20 equals negative absolute value. 2 times negative 12 is negative 24 over 5 plus 4. Okay, so absolute value. Okay, so if you want to get a common denominator, okay, you're going to want to multiply this denominator here by 5. So multiply the top by 5, and the same thing here, multiply by 5. Okay, so we got negative 96 plus 100 all over 5 equals negative absolute value. 4 times 5 is 20, so it's negative 24 plus 20 all over 5. Okay, absolute value. Negative 96 plus 100 is 4 fifths equals negative. Absolute value of this is negative 4 fifths. Okay. Now here's the catch. We have to take the absolute value now. So this isn't negative times a negative, which a lot of you made the mistake of, okay? This is the absolute value of 4/5, or negative 4/5, which is just 4/5. And then it's got a negative on there, okay? So because it's got the negative there, this is false. These are not equal, okay? And therefore, this solution doesn't work, all right? So this solution doesn't work. Okay, so let's check the other one real quick. Alright, so we've got 8z, 8 times negative 8/3 plus 20 equals negative absolute value of 2 times negative 8/3 plus 4. Okay, so again, this is negative 64 over 3 plus 20 equals negative absolute value of negative 16 over 3 plus 4. Okay. Again, common denominator is going to be 3, so we've got to multiply this by 3. So this is negative 64 plus 60 divided by 3, which equals negative absolute value. This is again 3, so multiply by 3. This is negative 16 plus 12 divided by 3. So negative 4/3, because negative 64 plus 60 is negative 4, equals negative absolute value of negative 16 plus 12 is negative 4/3. So negative 4/3, absolute value of negative 4/3 is regular 4/3 with the negative out front. So this one actually does work, okay? So our only solution for this problem was negative 8/3. Okay, and this one over here is extraneous. Alright, so that's number 5. Okay, number 8 says Jamie wants to be able to run. So number 8, Jamie wants to be able to run at least the standard marathon distance of 26.2 miles. So a good rule for training is that runners generally have to have enough endurance to finish a race up to 3 times his or her average daily distance. So if the length of her current run is 5 miles, write an inequality to find the amount by which she needs to increase her daily run to have enough endurance to finish a marathon. So she wants to be able to run greater than or equal to a marathon, which is 26.2 miles. Okay? She's currently running 5 miles, and she wants to increase it by some number that we don't know. Okay? But this whole distance, okay, we need to know what 3 times that distance is, because her endurance is only 3 times her normal distance, okay? So, and all of this needs to be greater than or equal to 26.2. So we distribute this, greater than or equal to 26.2 miles, okay? Subtract 15 from both sides. Okay. And then divide by 3. Okay. So she needs to add 3.73 miles to her daily run or more.